Doing some different striking body conditioning techniques, so conditioning the hands, arms, forearms, etc. for martial arts striking in my style, that is a kangaroo mimicry style, the only style in the world, known as Dai Shu Quan. Dai Shu meaning kangaroo, Quan spelled Q-U-A-N, which is actually like English people pronounce it, or Westerners pronounce it Quan. It's actually in Chinese Tren. So similar to Baji Tren, as Baji Tren in the DNA of the style. It's pretty much a 10 style system, cherry picking from lots of different martial arts, lots of different styles of kung fu, karate, a little bit of Muay Thai type inspired stuff, a bit of Salat, elbow destruction type stuff in there, bit of Kempo. But anyway, so just striking off with the forearms here, doing rotating strikes, which there's a lot of rotating strikes in this style. There's also like really push pull flicking, using like body momentum, you know. So like if I was to like back fist this with a circular strike, you know, here, this sort of stuff. Palms, Bagua-esque palms, but so I've got the classic Bagua palm, but I've also got modified sort of like slapping, like really fast sort of slapping palms, both circular and like linear, that sort of like push in and use like a flick type movement. So I can slap with that, hit, push out with the back fists, come in with these sort of strikes, grabbing on, because the kangaroo grabs on, striking, shoulders, type, palms, elbows. If you really want to feel a hard, solid tree, go for a small one because they bite in more. I've said this before. I've got like a big one. I've got heaps of trees on this property, but I've got quite a large one down further. And like this hurts. This hurts more than the large one. If you are doing this sort of stuff, just start off nice and light, just with a relaxed arm, gently, and you can like build up power over time. What I was sort of focused on in this clip, or in what I'm doing today, is like the dead weight of the arms. So like, I don't know, so if I did something here, it's like the weight of this arm, the whole arm, like, in what you do. And what I do in this style, it's not just all like dead arm heavyweight style, but it's sort of like, it's got this flicky sort of stuff to it, as well as like power type movements, tensile, sort of like springy movements. But it's also got these like heavier where you like rest the weight. And like I find with these strikes where I'm like either dropping the weight, having the dead weight, or just like leaning the weight in, like leaning on the tree type thing, it just gives you this sort of power through the body that you don't really get any other way. And you know, mixed with weights, body weight exercises, different things like that, it just generates, or it just creates sort of powerful strikes. So yeah, in saying that, so there's like, you can like be doing like a push strike type thing here, just pushing off. You can stand in like classic sort of hip width or wider type thing and just be like doing strikes, palms, you know, different forearm type strikes with like rolling in, just roll here type thing. So it's just getting conditioning so you can actually like hit with all this as a weapon type thing. Because in this style, which has got a lot of Baji trend, the Kung Fu style, the powerful hip and shouldering, elbowing style of China, this style has or has been inspired by my Baji trend training, but many other styles that I've done as well. So part of the conditioning is like elbow and forearm type conditioning, because we want to get this sort of pressing stuff. If this is the opponent, we're striking in here, coming off with the forearms, coming through with another one, grabbing on type stuff, elbowing in close, using the shoulder. You can use the head. I don't condition too much with the head, but it's probably not a bad idea. Just getting it in there. Like if you pushed, like it is a weapon. Obviously, if you cop hits to the head and you're not used to it, if it's not conditioned, you know, you're gonna feel probably dizzy and stuff. So condition all of this first. In this style too, I also have like body strike and stuff, sort of like similar to Shaolin type training, but they tend to use like a little bit of piece of flat wood. I just use the hands, you know, because all this stuff, like striking around the neck type stuff, all this stuff too is good for like blood flow, you know, but with a cupped hand, you can like use body momentum type thing. You can actually like be bringing this in and like bring the chest or shoulder towards it, but that's sort of more advanced type stuff, because you can actually like hurt your elbow joint if you're not careful. Like with this coming in and like striking, you like putting pressure. It's like if you're striking this tree, if you're not used to it, yeah, you're probably like putting pressure on your shoulder joint. So sort of like you strike and be like loose. It's like a loose, you're not tense the whole time. Like it's not like you're pushing out, doing a bench press or something. It's so in Baji Tren, the Kung Fu style, which is a big sort of part of this style. A big part of it is where you do a technique, and say you do an elbow or expansive sort of movement. It's like you're relaxed, and then it's like explosive back to relaxed, you know, like push. It's always like explosive, like power into relaxation. So it's sort of like with this, even with this palm, it's like explosive power, relax, like explosive and relax, like even like the body wanting to come in. A bloody branch I'm striking this and the branch just snapped off over there. I just heard something crashing down. Anyway, so that's really nice actually. And sometimes you just come up with stuff that you may not have done before too. It's actually really nice getting the feedback off this tree, exploding in with this forearm strike. You're hitting with the meaty part here, right? So it's not like bone on bone. It can be at times, and you know, you want to get all different sorts of training happening, but sort of like I'm hitting with that at the minute there, pushing, because I'm still getting that elbow in, you see? The elbow's still in. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Probably, I think I'll just stay, I'll probably go this side maybe. So if I was this way, it'd be like, yeah. I'm pushing off that back leg and sort of pushing in here. And if I hit there and I made contact, I'm probably going to grab on, do something else, you know, whatever it's going to be. Strike out type thing, strike with the fist. But yeah, this is a nice little technique just to get some feedback. But yeah, there's like back fists in this style, hook punches, uppercuts, and sort of, I've sort of been working on some different stuff like into an elbow, and rolling out into the fist, which is sort of, you see that Muay Thai. It's kind of Muay Thai, but it's more sort of in their sort of, what do you call it, their ritual type dance thing that they do. I can't think of the name of it, but it's not that. It's more like the Wing Chun type rolling punch, but I've like changed it with the roo fists. And again, it's not the rolling punch either. It's different again. It's got different characteristics because it can roll like type thing, but it can do this push-pull type stuff as well, which connects to the Bar G, connects to the Tiger Punch in Bar G. So, yeah, anyway, people have seen me talk about that before. Yeah, so just different, so like, and because my background's Kempo as well, and it's got trapping and stuff like that from Wing Chun, you're like checking off here and striking, checking off, striking sort of stuff. Just makes sense to me to do that. Using the elbows, using the forearms, coming in, you know, treat it like you're trying to do some sort of sparring type thing, you know. You can even kick, get a kick in there, low, palm, kick, palm, you know, come off. Over top with a like a dead weight. Come in an elbow. So when you do these strikes too, you got the elbow. That elbow could come in, and then you could just, you know, strike down. You know, whatever the elbow wants to do here. Strike, elbow, strike, elbow, strike out, strike. You know, just doing different stuff. Rotate it. Lots of different stuff you can do.